Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop, where I am your host, the DFS Jerusalem. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we are going to be breaking down a little bit of what happened last night. Big 14 game slate was an absolute shit show for me. Had too much Dan Straley with that punk ass 7 points. Not enough Lamette. I did not have enough Castillo. Man, it was just a bad night for me all around. Lost the entirety of the buy-in. A complete shit show for me tonight. You have those nights, but the beauty of tonight is, though, yeah, I'm having a bad one, but we do have a couple of good nights here in the sweatshop. The homie ACP is holding on in fourth place, man, with 20K on the line. We also got the homie represent 2015. He's in position right now. The game is still going on, man. We still got one last game to go final, but the dude's in position right now with 25 bands, which he's looking at. So hopefully that can go down for him, man. Hopefully he takes it home, man. Anytime you see the logo, man, that high up, that's awesome. Like that's why I do it. Like that's the whole point. That's why every day I get on here, because I want to assist you in winning this much money. Like that's the whole point. That's the reason. That's the reason for the sweatshop. That's why I started. That is the reason why it started. I want to see you get to the money. So let's go ahead, man. Lot to talk about, man. Let me log into my Bam. Make sure everything is okay. Wonderful. We're good. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, as was already stated, man, was not a very great night for me, man. But it's all good, man. You have those. You have those. You win some, you lose some. Uh, it's all good. But as everybody's entering, good to see you all. Come on in, man. You've got the benefit of the DFS Sweatshop. The members here. We've got the YouTube fam as well. So that's cool. We're gonna be getting it in, chopping up some of the baseball. Yo, what are your thoughts on that pick'em joint? What are your thoughts on that pick'em joint? Kind of don't know how I feel about it. Kind of don't know how I feel about the pick'em joint. And then the fucking Oakland is still scoring. They even killed my fucking they even killed my parlay. They killed my parlay. Like my parlay was dead. Chris Gray says another profitable night, especially if the Royals do well in the top of the ninth. Awesome. Apparently, I'd be taking down the 762 if I played it with my line. Come from Alex. Alex had a good one. John Adams, what's up, big homie? David Keith, good. I'm glad some of y'all had some great nights, man. Awesome. How do y'all like the new layout of the show? I'm trying to get it a little bit more clean. Well, when I do my football analysis, we're gonna see the lovely Giant Stadium behind me. But right now, I'm here in Yankee Stadium, which this is a big green board, and you don't even know that. But that's just some of the tricks of the trade, man. Little things I'm picking up along the way. So that's pretty dope. So Antonio Ice Coley, what's up, big homie? Good to see you, fam. When am I introducing my co-host? I still haven't found one yet, bro. I still haven't found a co-host, man. I don't think I don't know. Maybe the show just isn't built for that, bro. You know what I mean? Like I love what the homie what Coley did, the way he stepped in for me earlier in the week. I love the way Seth Rudnick, D Pope 919, the 100 Band Clan. Yeah, I like the way ACP to Don. I like the way they get in and chop it up and do their own thing in golf. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. You came in 23rd tonight. Yeah, man. Wonderful. 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 Well, I'm glad, man. I'm glad some of y'all had great nights. I'm good. I did not have a good one myself, man. Oh my god. It just wasn't a good one for me. It just wasn't. It just wasn't a good one for me. This is the first time, like, in a month I've lost a complete buy-in. Like, I'm zero. I put in 36, got back zero. Was bad. Was bad. So we do have two separate slates coming up today. We've got an early joint, a little 6-game joint. I'm sure you're gonna like that. That one kicks off at 105. Also, what I want you to be aware of with a slate like this is it's going to be tough because with the first pitch going on at 105, you've got the three late games. The three games at the second half of it are going to be 335, 340. So it's going to be pretty tough to know what the actual rosters are going to be. So you're really going to have to, to hone in, man, and pay attention, man. ACP, what's up, man? Hey, did you finish well? Did you do all right? I hope so. I saw a lot of late home runs after you chopped it up in the shop. So I hope you did well, bro. You know what time it is. Then of course, look on DraftKings. We've got in the early state we got Garrett Cole at the top, 11.8. Jimmy Nelson against Pittsburgh, who has been dealing so far. A guy that I know a lot of us are gonna like. You got Danny Duffy, 9.6. Kansas City going against Oakland. You got Ubaldo Jimenez at 8.4. Urena, Tanner Rourke, Nick Pivetta here, Clayton Richard, Paul Blackburn, Ricky Nolasco, Matt Cain, Marco Gonzalez. So some pretty solid pitching prospects for the early. Now I want to go ahead. I want to take a look at the late joint. Yo, did anybody look at this pick'em stuff? You see the pick'em for the 9 games. So what it is essentially, you're gonna go in and they're gonna give you a list of players, and you're just gonna pick a guy. Like say, oh, I think out of these guys, I like Ferrier, and you're gonna pick him. And then they're gonna give you a second tier, and you're gonna pick another guy, right? For your second tier, you're gonna go here, you're gonna pick another guy. Oh yeah, Taijuan Walker, blah 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 blah. Lance Lynn. Okay, I like Eduardo Rodriguez against St. Louis. And you're gonna go to the third tier, and they're gonna give you people to pick. They're gonna give you people to pick here. And I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. But of course, I'm a degenerate gambler, so I'm gonna try it. But I don't think I'm gonna like it. It's weird and it's different. It's weird, it's different, and it's change. And I don't like change, especially weird, different change. But we're gonna see what's up. I'm sure some of us are gonna try it. I'm sure someone's gonna try it. So let's check it out. We go into the classic mode because we have the arcade and the pick'em. We've got, of course, the 6 games in the early. We talked about those pitchers. The 9 games. First pitch goes out at 7:07. Now we're gonna go through all of these games so we can hammer down some pitching. First things first, you're gonna see Yu Darvish, 13.7, who I think that is a good price for him. I mean, what I like about this Yu Darvish being 13.7 is it's gonna separate the men from the boys. Either you like them or you don't. Shut the fuck up. Like there's no room. There's no room to discuss it. There's no room to talk. Either you like Darvish or you don't. If you don't, shut the fuck up. Don't play him. You know what I'm saying? If you like him, play him. I like that. Stroman, 11.6. Too much. Carrasco, 11.1. I wish he was in Tampa Bay, but he's in Minnesota. We just saw what the homie did to them, who had a really good. They had good BVP against them, but you see what he did to them. So I think Carrasco is going to be in play. Cole Hamels against Detroit. That's somebody we might be able to look at. Ferrier, Charlie Morton, John Gray, Rodriguez, Foldowitz, John Lackey, who is priced all the way down at 6.9, and I wanted to play him so bad the last time, but I just could not get around to doing it. Carlos Rodon, 6.7. You got Gesselman here. Finally, you see Gesselman again. Taijuan Walker, Lance Lynn, Jaime Garcia, Homer Bailey is on, so you know what time it is. You know what time it is. You got Homer Bailey here, so that means you can most assuredly play whoever he's against. So, let's go ahead and chop it up, man. We're going to start with an early joint, the 6-game joint. We're going to be discussing not only are we going to be discussing park factors, but we're going to be talking about just where the pitchers are and who the pitchers that we can use. First game we got is going to be 105. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Washington Nationals. Tanner Rourke is on the mound at 7.2. The Angels, they've got Ricky Nolasco, 5.7. Nolasco in his last start, 2.45, 1.8. The miracle stretch of the season is over for him. We had 23 and they have 40 and the 24. Like, I don't think we're gonna be seeing that too often anymore. Looking at Tanner Rourke in his last couple of starts at 7.2 is the price point he's at now. 12, 17, 13, 35, 23. Very consistent, very decent in his last 5 starts. Let's take a look at what the Angels do on the road against righties. 208 ISO, 16.2% K rate with a 361 WOBA. So it seems the Angels over the last month have taken up as you know, the team that hits righties very well, like the reverse split team. I want to look at it again, man. Like, on the road versus righties, bro. That's nice. That's nice. 247 plate appearances. I'm talking 16.2% K rate, 208 white ISO, 361 WOBA. Yo, people are not gonna want to play the Angels, especially after what happened yesterday. Nationals Park is gonna be the site here. 60% humidity, 3 mile per hour wind coming back toward the middle, the short infield. 85 degrees with a 69 dew point. Tanner Rourke, not a guy that I absolutely love, but I think some of the Angels are gonna be in play here. You've got take a look at what the Nationals do at the crib versus righties, and beware, because some of this is due to the fact that we had Bryce Harper in the fold, and without him, man, this is a different team as far as lefty righties go. That's a big lefty bat taken out of the rotation here. 23.5% K rate, a 223 ISO with a 330 WOBA. But just for the fact that you got Ricky Nolasco on the mound, I'm not afraid of him at all. I think it can be attacked with any collection of some of these Washington bats. You can look for that to be very highly owned in the early slate. You can definitely look for that, but I don't think the Angels are going to be very highly owned. I kind of like them as somewhat of a contrarian play. Next game you have is the San Francisco Giants, who went the fuck off last night against the Miami Marlins. Who saw that coming, bro? Like, who? They had this collection of misfit toys called the San Francisco Giants go out and hang up 9 runs on the Miami Marlins in a hitter's park, excuse me, in a pitcher's park. They just do the damn thing, man. No, I didn't see that coming. And it's my job to see it coming. So I guess I wasn't on my job. Matt Cain, 5.2. Nobody can play him. Jose Urena, 7.4. I'm so used to Urena being very cheap, like 6K. This 7.4, man, this is too much for me. It just is. But I'm going to consider him because I think people are going to want to play the San Francisco Giants just for the simple fact of what they did last night. And I definitely think that Jose Urena is a guy that can limit the scoring. I think there's a guy that can limit the scoring. Yo, it's funny. It's funny, okay? Because we like to say that the San Francisco guys don't strike out. Well, this is not the same team, bro. Look at this team. You got Kelby Tomlinson, uh, uh, Pablo Sandoval, Jarrett Parker, Ryder Jones. Like, these are not the same cats, bro. These are not the same guys from early in the season that never struck out. And that's why, it felt like I could take a chance, man. But I got burned, bro. So I guess you were right. The homie Alex was right. You were right. The biggest question of tomorrow's slate or today's slate is in the early, are you gonna play Giancarlo Stanton? We all chopped it up in the shop, in the VIP in the line drive, and I said, look, I know the chances are nil that Stanton's gonna go out and hit a jack. But how would you feel if you roll out 3, 5, 10 lines and you have no Stanton and the dude hits a jack? Like, how would you feel? This is like everybody is saying they're not going to play him because there's nobody can hit another one. Well, this is the time to play him. As the Kansas City Royals put up 8 runs and the Oakland A's put up 10. Jesus Christ. And when I was on them last night, they didn't do nothing. Horrible. So you had to get some exposure to him, man. I had light exposure, but I did have some exposure, man. It didn't help me much because I lost my whole buy-in, but still, man, you had to get some of them. You just had to. You've got to play Stanton. I mean, and what you're looking at now is the dude is on a quest to make history. He's on a quest to make history. So if you're playing multiple lineups, man, even if you're playing one lineup, man, just play Stanton. Just get him in there, man. It would serve you better to do it just to get him in there. So no Matt Cain for me. I'm gonna have a light share or two of Jose Urena. I kind of like him in this spot. Next game we got is the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. Garrett Cole, 11.8. Jimmy Nelson, 9.9. This game could be the consummate pitcher's duel, and I'm telling you, whatever lineups win in the early are gonna be lineups where whoever made them got this game correct. They got the pitching right. They got the 1 or 2 bats that you can use, and they had a good one. So we're in Miller Park, a very, very solid place for hitters. Very solid place for hitters. I believe in terms of park factors, it's the second ranked park you want to be at if you're swinging a big stick. If you're swinging a big stick. So, you know how I go. I'm very frugal. My first instinct is to grab the cheaper of the AC kind of great pitchers. That's going to be Jimmy Nelson, but I do have interest here in Garrett Cole. I would more than likely, rock with the home squad because I see that they have a lot of lefty-righty matchups. Garrett Cole can be hit. Jimmy Nelson can be too, but I'm a little bit more afraid of some of the Milwaukee bats than I am the Pittsburgh bats. You take a look at Garrett Cole, his last 5 starts, 25, 10, 28, 15, and 30. That's very good. We take a look at Jimmy Nelson and his last few starts. A lot to be desired in that last game against Cincinnati, -10. But before that, 28, 23, and 28. Very consistent before that big stumbling block. And we knew that. We knew better than to play him then. Like, we knew not to play Jimmy Nelson in that situation against the Cincinnati Reds. So let's take a look at what the Pittsburgh Pirates do on the road versus righties. I don't think they've been very good. I'm talking 18.5% K rate, 137 ISO with a 350 WOBA. That 350 WOBA is concerning. The fact that they don't hit for a lot of extra bases means that he's probably not going to get shelled. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he could give up a few base hits and not get a lot of strikeouts at 18.5% and at K rate. And I believe that is why he's been priced down a little bit in terms of him and Garrett Cole. I'm gonna look at Keith brings up a good point. Let's look at Garrett Cole's numbers in terms of his home away splits. Taking out the Cincinnati game as sort of an aberration or an outlier. Away 28, home 23, home 26, home 32, away 35, home 43. Yeah, his better games, home 18, home 37. Yeah, his better games have come uh, most assuredly at the crib. So we can definitely take a look at Jimmy Nelson here. And I think Garrett Cole is going to be in play in some respects as well. Looking at what the Milwaukee Brewers do at the crib versus right-handed pitching, I don't think it's as good as we might think it's going to be because we look at them as a team with a lot of switch hitters and lefties. But they just not awesome, man. 27.8% K rate here. That's at the crib versus righties. 165 ISO with a 311 WOBA. So, Garrett Cole is just too. Yeah, he costs too much. He's very expensive. 11.8 for Garrett Cole is a stretch. And I think I can. I think I'm gonna have to take a shot at it somewhere. But I think that I would be more Jimmy Nelson than I would be Garrett Cole in the spot. I really will. Next game we got is the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland A's. Danny Duffy, 9.6. We've got Paul Blackburn at 5.9. Yo, Duffy really let the boy down in his last start, man. 16, 17, 20, 20. I was looking for a big game against the Chicago White Sox, and he just barely got me to where it didn't kill me. 16.05, 17, 20, 20. Very consistent in his scoring in his last 4 starts. Be looking at the Oakland A's. Let's take a look at what they do at the crib versus left-handed pitching. This seems to be a really solid team against lefties, I believe. Look at that ISO, man. Oh my God, 22.2% K rate, a 227 ISO with a 349 WOBA. That means Danny Duffy is off of the table for me. I am going to play some of these Oakland bats. Um, as you know, the pitching in the spot. Well, the game is still going on now, and it's 1:30 Eastern time. The game is still going on now, so you can look for some fatigue maybe to set in, I guess. But these are professional athletes. You don't have to worry about that. They're not traveling anywhere. I'm not playing Duffy at 9.6. I'm not playing Duffy. I'm gonna have some Oakland guys. They murder lefties, bro. And there's a couple of them in particular. Ryan Healy is a lefty masher. I think Matt Chapman is really good against lefties. So is Jed Lowry. It's tough. It's tough. And look at the K rate. The K rate is a little bit down for the Oakland A's here. Let's look on at home versus lefties. The K rate is down a little bit. It was high 20s at one point, and now it's 22.2%, which is still fairly high though. So I get it. I get it. If you like Danny Duffy, I get it. I get it. Paul Blackburn at 5.9. Not a guy that I feel like I can play at all. I'm going to be looking at some of the Kansas City bats most definitely. Look at what the Kansas City Royals have done on the road versus righties in the last 30 days. That's going to tell us 19.4% K rate, 140 ISO, 328 WOBA. So while they probably haven't been hitting a ton of jacks, they have been getting on base and putting the ball in play. I can dig that. Next game we got is going to be the Philadelphia Phillies, a team that let me down, and the San Diego Padres. Nick Pivetta, 7.1. Clayton Richards, 6.8. This is going to be a tough one. Let's take a look at what the Phillies do on the road versus lefties, and I'm sure it's going to be decent. I'm sure. Yes. 20% K rate, 189 ISO, 364 WOBA. I think today is the day to jump back on some of the Phillies in the early, most definitely. We're looking at Clayton Richard, not a guy that I think that really can exploit how bad the Phillies can be away from Citizens Bank. 9, 19, 10, 15, -15 in his last 5 starts. I'm gonna want to have I'm gonna have some bats on both sides of this, man. Well, definitely on the Philly side. I think I'm going to have some bats on the Philly side. Nick Pivetta here, 7.1. Had a pretty subpar outing the last 2 times actually. 3.1, -9.4, 23 against Atlanta, 13 against Houston, 14 against Miami. So that's going to lead me to take a look at some of the San Diego bats here. We look at them at the crib versus righties. They're not bad at all. 22.4% K rate, 186 ISO with a 312 WOBA. We saw a couple of balls just get the fuck up out of there last night. It could happen again today. The last game on the slate is going to be the Baltimore Orioles and the Seattle Mariners. We got Ubaldo Jimenez, 8.4. Marco Gonzalez at 4.6. This is a 10-run total here.